Okay. Any early game questions about this one?
I think I invade topside here. Hold on. No, I
Solid
decided
neutral.
not.
Yeah.
I decided to just focus on bot. What would you do level one here?
Yeah, this is a weird game. Brand 80 carry. Pathing down. Agree. It just depends, like, what variation of pathing down, right? I'm thinking three camp as well. Red side jungle. The only thing
After this
is,
game, I realized how weak Brand was.
yes, Brand
It
needs level
showed up,
three.
and when it was like zero damage. That could have just been because Seraphine Shield, to be honest.
No, Brand. Yeah, Brand needs level three as well.
Oh, one question. Should I have went mid after red to hover?
No, because his wave state means that it's gonna be a win loss, lose lose situation for you.
A lose lose situation. How?
So Gragas can choose to fight or not.
Mm-hmm.
Katarina doesn't get a choice, right? She can choose to not fight, but she loses like five creeps, right? Gragas does not have to all in here, so you don't get a choice in whether you get something out of that situation or not. Just skipping your camp.
Yeah.
Because
Because in my
look at
mind,
the
I should
wave.
like. Yeah, because it felt like Belbeth was gonna gank that. That's the feeling I got. If I just hover and counter gank it, I think we win the game. Not
Um,
sure.
Belveth the psycho, I could see it, but otherwise they just walk away as soon as they see you.
True.
I disagree with pathing bot.
What's
I
your
don't.
solution?
So I mean, this karma versus thing, like it should be free kills. I feel like, and compared to bot matchup, like I wouldn't think the timer here isn't like it's like being bot level 4, like with your bot level 3. It's not that useful. Like Blitzcrank's kind of useful at 6 versus their champs, and like karma can just flash on thing's head and kill him. He has no flash. So,
True.
like, what is like this situation is predictable. I feel like because they're never gonna poke him down pre level 3. So the time you're here, like nothing can happen. Like even though they play it bad, I don't think there's ever kills here. Just because Brand.
Yeah, the brand made it a bit weird because you do have a blitzcrank,
Yeah.
but
I feel like you kill them coming out of base. Like you full clear up and then like you base, and then after your base you can come look. Otherwise, other way. Like I don't like it being here on this timer. That's just my thought with potting bot. Plus, if you're level 3 with red buff, you have more options this game.
Bro, that's my.
wait a second. Pause. I agree with that.
hmm
Although I do think I don't know, this is just bad timing. They're all inning when they're not even level three. They're literally one creep off three or two.
Exactly. I feel like it could have worked if we were just all level three.
But I do think top is higher percentage if now that I'm looking at the fact of the yellow brand EC. Then
Yeah.
you are versing Smolder, basic and AD ASOL, the early game karma. Be able to get stuff done there.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. The only thing I would say about this play is the hold your W.
Yeah.
Unless you
I didn't
need
think
it to
that
kill him.
that Q thing could, like, I saw her Q stack was pointing down. I didn't think she can Q up like that. You see this one?
Yeah, it was like sideways. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, she can. She can do like a sideways Q, or if it's all the way down, she can. Oh, actually, she can't. Probably not. Wait, my brain. Yeah, it only goes diagonal, right? So you can always go sideways if it's diagonal.
But it was like upwards. She went
Nah,
up.
it was sideways. Look, see? It's just because you feel it's
Okay,
upwards
yeah.
because the map is like that. He's going to the
Yeah.
entrance. Kind of like the perfect, yeah, sideways Q.
Yeah, we can go to the next spot. I should have just pathed to the smolder. I didn't think Brand was that weak early.
Praise versus Brand. This 14.3.
Yes.
Okay.
So I wanted to late invade red side because we have super range on the Felio Seraph.
Oh my goodness.
Like, how is Smolder just walking here now? Like, how crazy is that, by the way?
It was AFK, yeah. Oh my god, the triple ward. Okay. I think you're highly underestimating your your champion. Your champions versus this.
Underestimating. Or overestimating.
Overestimating.
Okay.
There are affiliates, right? You say you outrange, but range is not going to play a factor in these fights because you have to face check, right?
Yes. Well, every late invade I have to face check, right?
Correct. The range doesn't play a factor if you can't see them. You're not 600 plus range, right? Right now, right? Now you are,
Wait,
but
should
look,
I actually? Should I have just placed the ward right when I eat in like this?
of course,
And
but
then
I
now
don't think that's going to
Felios
be the
and
difference.
because Felios doesn't have to walk up like this.
Yeah, but I'm trying to point out your damage, right? Versus theirs. It's Fearless is one of the weakest level 1 champs. So is Smolder, right? Don't get me wrong, Smolder's weak too. But uh this is one of the weaknesses of late invading is when it's very close, you have to tank a skill to go in the bush, right? Or autos. If they see you coming. The other problem is once you get past this bush part, you need to be able to zone them while hitting the buff, right? Like we've talked about in previous VODs.
Wh-
Or
Why
reviews.
are you so far ahead though? Like at the start, this is a problem, no?
Yeah, it is a problem, but I still think they don't win this level 1. Like Aphelios is really weak. Look at his guns, right? He's just autoing them. That's all he can do.
But isn't
Is
like Rakan weak? Isn't Brand weak level 1? And
yes,
Smolder's pretty weak.
yes.
Why not walk the other way?
Nah, I think you should walk
I
this
just
way
didn't expect Smolder to be here, to be honest.
Well, like why? Like, what's the difference?
because they can always pull down and deleash the buff, for example. They can make this play really extended to the point where the bot lane is going to lose the first 2 creeps, right?
But theirs will too.
They don't have to stay. And Bran can leave as the buff is I guess that's kind of like a play you won't see unless you're versing a really good player, right? But think about it, right? He can deleash the buff, which means you have to wait for the buff to walk all the way back here. He can leave while the bot lane has to stay until you know for sure that their bot lane's not here. They get first 3 creeps, right? You're splitting map on a lane that can't even hit level 2. Rough times, boys.
It's so tilting. I feel like it should have worked though.
Okay.
Like okay, and like let's imagine if Smolder doesn't like show here like randomly. Like let's say they're actually hitting the buff and I just pop in.
Well, they won't be hitting the buff because you went early before the buff spawn, which is what I've told you to do before. But you relying on them hitting the buff is kind of like whack. That's like it's relying on them doing something, right? They also
Aren't
have
they
to.
like always gonna hit the buff at 130?
Yeah, they are. But what if they see you, right? As you're coming in. What if the mid laner is just sitting here before the minions come because he doesn't lose anything, right?
Uh-huh.
Someone should have sweeper too.
Like what I'm trying to get at is I'm not saying that level 1 invades are bad. They just have weaknesses when it's too close, right? If you're the one invading, there's a lot of weaknesses if you don't have overt like clear strengths in the 3v3
Their strengths, okay.
where you can overpower them. Here it's not, you're not overpowering them at all. Like Xerath W, even if Xerath starts E, it's like, so what? Rakan W is way more annoying. Brand has more range than you, right? As well. Even though you are stronger than him 1v1. It's not 1v1, right? It's like a water gun fight. Just hitting each other with shitty abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's say you don't get chunked here. You still have to start the buff, right? That's the problem.
Yeah.
And then they can set up, or like Rakan can sit here, set up on a W on you here. Like it's very hard to play on. If you go left side, Nocturne's coming first as well because of the terrain, right? You can't blame Malzahar if Nocturne's coming first. So this is just good experience to like know the difference, because even though you are Graves as brand here, you're not gonna be able to abuse your strength of level 1. It would be different if you're blue side and you're invading is red with the top laner, right? You see the big difference?
Uh. No. Is because it's just 2v2?
Yeah, you're not gonna get kited. Look, you're getting kited by the brand Smolder and Rakan.
Okay.
But then I would question whether Darius. I feel like Darius can turbo stop you and Trinamir maybe, so
Yeah,
it
for
might
sure.
not be good.
Nah, no way Darius is that good versus Trin.
Level 1? With
Pretty sure
Ghost?
Trinamir wins if they like just right click each other. If he's got lethal tempo.
But Darius should also have lethal tempo.
Well, then you'll just be there, so and then Brand's not a champion, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's close.
I think it's hard winning.
Hard winning. I don't know about
Like
that.
you, Darius won't get 5 stacks off ever if you both just hit him. He'll just die. Auto E, auto. That's
Yeah,
300
that's true.
damage. Trinmere ghosts on him.
So how I envisioned this fight was Rakan was gonna like W in, right? That's the first thing I assumed, and then I assumed that we just like outrange. We have 3 ranged champs. We just all hit him as he walks away.
Yeah, the problem is you dodged it and you still got out DPS. I know even if you go at the same time as the bot lane here, you still get out DPS. You didn't even get hit by it and you got out DPS. Also, another problem is jungle is king, right? In these situations. So whoever takes more damage as the jungler will lose in these scenarios, generally. So the fact that you're 20% means you guys can't play anymore. Because you junglers are like the strongest level 1. Or not even the strongest, like just I use king as an example because you're the most important piece in this play, right?
Okay. So what I'm getting from this is that if I want to invade if I want to invade bot side, we have to have a significant advantage. And if I want to invade top side, I can have like a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah, basically, because you shouldn't be versing 3 champs who can outrange you or fight you, right? Whereas it's just 1 vs
Yeah.
1. Or 2 vs 2, and mid lane sometimes comes, but it's pretty rare. But yeah, I mean, your teammates are not wrong in this case. Philios, Smolder was busted. I didn't know that. I think Smolder's.
I didn't think it was.
But Philios is much weaker though, for sure. Like, Philios is one of the worst level 1 champs in the game. He doesn't have an ability. Think about that.
But he has crazy range. Like no one can touch him.
That doesn't matter. He's
It
level
does,
1.
but how's it?
He has, dude, that would be you. If you were a Philios jungle, I would agree. He has crazy range, no one can touch him. No one cares about him. Everyone cares about hitting you.
But I'm also like kind of unkillable if I don't like
Clearly
fuck up
not.
my space.
Clearly not. No, because you have to
No,
walk
like
up.
because they walk into the bush. Yeah, I'm
Yes,
walking
you
to the bush.
have. No, but you have to walk up, right? That's the
Uh-huh.
problem. If Xerath walks up and he's just gonna die instantly or have to flash, then you guys lose anyway. It's 2v3 after that.
Uh-huh.
That's why I say jungle is king. So if the king cannot proceed without getting chunked to like 30%, then the play isn't feasible in the first place.
Okay. So should I ever be face checking the bushes on the
You
invade?
should always
Should
be
I just
face
like
checking the bush, but as a team, like 3-man, like what Jacob said before, like together, like not you first necessarily, but you should not be scared to go first. If you're ever scared to go first on a late invade, it's probably a bad late invade, right?
Yeah.
It's just the fact is, uh, you need to be able to tank whatever they have coming, and still fight the buff.
Yeah. Okay.
Somehow it works out though.
We can go next one. This game is I feel like wait, hold on. If I go exactly 130, right? Let's say like I show up at 130 on the dot. Because I think I'm a bit early here.
They
Is
can
there
still
a
mess with
slim
you.
chance this works? They can still mess with me. Okay.
All
They
right.
won't be in the bush though.
No.
They might be.
Of course. So, like, let's say you find them and you hit them first. They get off the buff. Now you have control of the buff. The problem is going to arise is this wall right here that you're going to find.
Mm-hmm.
You have to kite it either here or up, right? You can't just walk at them while the buff is hitting you. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So this is again what the problem is going to be is where they're going to be around this corner and this wall, and Rakan's going to W. And obviously, if you flash the Rakan W, they're just going to take the buff now, right? You can't like
Yeah.
flash the skill and then expect to walk back into the fight. So this is what I'm saying. They have the terrain advantage in that sense, and they have mid move because of terrain advantage as well. Just naturally, Nocturne obviously has first path here, right? Or whoever the mid laner would be. So you have to get past all these like problems before you can say that it's like a good level 1 invade. Like you literally need to be able to push them out without knowing that they could be here, they can be here, and they can wait here for you to keep hitting the buff. Because you remember we talked about in the previous like level 1 reviews about how invade level 1 invade should never be a 50-50.
Yeah, but then I remember you said it's not really 50-50 if you have more range. Because you can always like
Yeah, if you
basically
can
like
zone
double.
them. If you can zone them. You can't zone them here. There's no world where Ophelia Zerath and you are gonna threaten these 3 champs, right? To the point where they can't hit the buff or get close to it.
Wait, why can't we zone them? Like, let's say like we get to that bottom bush, right? Let's say we get to that bottom bush at like 129.
Yeah, let's say you hit them first.
They can't really go onto us.
Yeah, they can. Khan can literally W, and then worst case, he has to flash away. He gets too low. Let's say Zera starts E. Rakan W's 2 people or 1 person, maybe only you, because you have to walk up, right? And then you get chunked to 50, she gets chunked to 20. Let's say Zera E's her. Perfect, like, perfect chain CC into auto attacks by, or not chain CC, perfect CC into 3 people auto attacking the same target. Rakan flashes over the wall. Now what? Now you're 50%. How are you going to keep continuing the fight? And then Nocturne's moving at the same time, whereas Malzahar can't move. Well, he actually could. He's AFK here, but Nocturne should still be like first in the extended scenario.
So okay, what champs would allow me to make this play? Like it's the same enemy
A
comp.
gap in bot lane level 1, basically.
Like a ADC gap or a support gap?
Both. Both your
It
champs.
has to be both. It has to
Both
be
your
both. They're
bot
both
lane champs
stronger.
suck level 1. Yes.
Okay, so it'd be like a I don't know, Pike Draven.
Ashe something. Ashe anything. Ashe is just OP level 1.
Anything.
Pike is not really that OP level 1. It's just for invade. Ballista. Ballista Pike, yeah.
Close to Pike.
Double
What
range bot.
Ezreal?
Ezreal Karma. There you go. But
Okay.
probably because of Karma more so Ezreal, right?
Yeah. Lucian.
No. Lucian's bad level 1. You gotta think about you gotta think about their one ability they skill, Trappy, and how they auto attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
The reason why Ashe is busted level 1 is because the level 1 ability slows you by like 60%, AoE, long range, and her range is super long, and her auto attack, the auto attacks, if you W someone, you get 3 or 4 auto attacks off basically because of just how OP W's are one. Ezreal,
Mm-hmm.
it's because you literally get attack speed level 1 off your passive and your Q hitting ability, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's the combination of like level 1 with their passive basically. Same with you, right? The reason why you're strong level 1 is because you instantly proc your passive on just one ability. You don't need multiple abilities to get your passive going, right? Your auto attacks. You literally have 10, 15 free armor level 1. 3 stacks right now. Like, well, if you were level 1 in this scenario.
Yeah.
That's why, like, think about it. So, what made you believe Lucian could be decent level?
I was thinking about the PTA and the auto Q auto insta procs PTA, and then everyone does like 6% more damage to that one single target.
Nah, runes can't be the reason. Like,
What?
rocking the rune can't be the reason.
But isn't PTA like super strong?
I didn't even know Lucian goes PTA movie. They go PTA?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Either that or Fleet.
Uh, no, it should be more to do with the passive, right? Like Darius passive, for example, right? That's why Darius is strong level 1. If you get 5 stacks, it's over. Just has extra 50, 80 or something at level 1. Or 20.
Holy. Okay.
So it's more about the passive and the level 1 skill. The rune should come later. Your reason for invading shouldn't be because you can kite brand with fleet, right? It's not because of that.
Okay.
You're like coping at that point. It's the fact that you're mobile and you have passive and your auto attacks do more damage than his Q. One Q does the same amount of damage as one auto attack, but his is 12-second cooldown. Like you got a reloading gun all the time, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just more experience that you need to. But I guess this is more game knowledge related as well.
Yeah, so it's the passive and
Your first ability.
first ability. Okay.
That's what makes a champ OP level 1 or not.
Alright, we can go next VOD.
Yep. So, alright, let's apply it to your bot lane. How did their passives help them level 1?
Uh um Aphelios gets a little bit of healing and extra range.
Well, that's his Q gun.
Um,
Yeah, that's his ability. But what about his passive?
What's his passive? I
It
just
does
know he
nothing.
just gets
It does absolutely nothing. He gets lethality or something at 3 to 5 or 7, 8. Like, he gets the free stats
Oh yeah,
as he levels
yeah.
up. Exactly, this is what I mean. He has nothing at level 1.
Okay, but he
His
has
X
two different
range
types of guns.
that has abilities that he can't use. Yeah. He doesn't even
Yeah.
have the Q auto thing. He can just switch the
Yeah.
guns. That's all he can do. Zerath. What's his passive?
He gets mana on auto attack.
Wow, that doesn't seem
Yeah.
very useful for a level 1 fight.
No, it doesn't.
Blitzcrank Samira. Oh. Oh, Lord. Alright, so invading top side might be a little bit better. Invading bot side might be psychotic. Because their level 1 is much better.
Yeah, this was sussy, so I thought he was
Very.
on wolves.
Oh, good stuff. Okay.
Why would they defend it if he wasn't here?
Alright, give me your analysis here. I need a full debrief on this level 1 fight.
Okay.
So you've got Blitzcrank Samira versus Eco Ezreal and Karthus. Break it down.
Yeah. So I thought that if we just get one pull, I think we can do a lot of single target damages to one person, such that we can push someone out. We can push Karthus out of blue.
Did you think about their level 1? What
I
can
thought
they do?
about I thought about the Nico E. I thought about the Karthus Q spamming, which kind of made it very made his play like look really int.
Yep.
But like I felt like I could just dodge everything. I don't know.
What about the Ezreal?
Uh I did not think about Ezreal.
What does Ezreal's level 1 give him? He's passive.
He gets if he hits Q, he gets a bunch of attack speed.
Yeah. I feel like if they see you coming in, they can just EQ and then regroup again and wait again, right?
Yeah, because they have spammable abilities.
Yeah, without being in Blitzcrank Q range, right?
Yeah.
Like here, imagine Ezreal's here. That's 1 Q down. They start walking back. You have to keep walking in, right? This is looking like a medieval situation where you're just running into a hail of arrows. You just keep going. Run it down, boys. We have to keep going. Obviously, Ezreal's not here. I have no idea what he's doing, but you guys should be like all 80% if you're all tanking together. So, but you do have the, like you said, right? I agree that you have Blitzcrank. So you have the ability to get someone really low as a 3-man unit, like hitting someone, right?
Yeah.
But then now you're relying. It's a bit of a flip. That's all I'm saying. So you can do this play if they're not coordinated and you believe they're not all sitting. Like 2 of them are not sitting in the bush, right? But
Yeah, I mean,
this is a flip.
I didn't expect Nico to sit in that bush at like 120. I don't know, it like feels wrong for an enemy to sit in that bush until 120.
Yeah, I just want you to know that this is like a flip because if they play it well, you're not getting this buff and you're all going to be super low.
Yeah.
Because of their level 1 is extremely strong. This is a really good adaptation anyway. Oh! Big. He's angry. Alright, good stuff. Oh, this could be good. Good coming toward. Bro, why don't you cross here?
Because I'm getting pushed in.
What? You guys just had a level 1 fight, didn't you?
Here. Yeah.
They not burn any summoners or anything?
Even if they burn Psalms, like Summer is way too low for me to cross over to the blue side.
I think you should, because even if Samira can't do anything, I think you guys 2-man could like do something regardless. Unless Blitzcrank.
2v3.
Look!
Like,
Look.
how is that even possible, though?
What do you mean?
How?
It's Blitzcrank. Samira.
Just random hook? Nah, there's no way. That's not.
Wait, if you're walking up behind them with red buff, of course there's guaranteed CC. Look how far they're walking up. They're hitting the tower, dude.
Yeah, but like, Ezreal can just E it, right? Nico can W. They should never be getting hooked.
Yeah, but you have smoke screen. Like, yes, they should never be getting hooked, but you have to understand this matchup swings really hard. They're either getting poked or they're all dying. There's no in between, right? So you're either losing lane or winning lane bot. It's black and white, literally. So you affecting this bot matchup is highly valuable for the game state. I agree. If they play it perfectly, they should never die. But they have to flash no matter what, I'm pretty sure. Plus, you have a scuttle right there.
That is very true, but like, I have a Jax as well with Ignite.
Yeah, he's doing nothing to this Aatrox right now. It's full HP with a pot.
Yeah, but like, he might when I end my clear. How
He
do you
might.
make that determination between choosing which lane you want to play for?
The impacts you're gonna have by moving to that lane. How is so if Blitzcrank has the freedom of always having the threat of doing them, how can they poke, right? The mirror is very like has a Dirk on first base, for example, and they have like a
Yeah.
tier. How can they do what they want to do? How can this bot lane function if Blitzcrank and Samira have control of the wave and can push the wave? What can they even do at that point?
Well, all it takes is like Blitz just throw out a random Q and they lose control of the wave.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So is that kind of flippy? Like, even if I
Um,
get this lane in a good state.
no, because you should always be pathing back to this lane anyway. It's not like a one-time thing. You should have done
Okay.
Raptors, Scuttle, bot gank, or Raptor, Scuttle, invade, and then relieve bot pressure off the bot gank. Probably not invade because you're vesting down. It's too easy to gap close on you. But you should definitely look bot here. And then in the future, you should be pathing down as well.
Okay. So you just leave this Jax with Ignite against Aatrox alone? Like, what if we kill Aatrox and then, like, we push the wave in and then we, like, bounce it back off the turn and we just repeat gank every single, like, turn of camps? That's
Well,
definitely
the
possible.
question is, you're saying Jackson's Ignite. Which lane is more volatile?
Volatile, probably bot side, but like volatile
That's your
in the
answer.
sense that like we're always gonna be lower HP. Like
Yeah.
it's never gonna be in our favor unless we get a hook.
Yeah, that's your answer, right? It's never going to be in their favor if Samir is full HP. It goes both ways. If they can always threaten the all-in, they win the lane. If they cannot threaten the all-in because they are too low, they lose the lane. This is one of those matchups that's really that black and white.
Like, what if I play for them and then all it takes is Samira to get hit by one Nico E and she's chunked, or
Bro,
all it takes Blitz misses one Q and they lose control.
Yeah,
Like, why?
you can say the exact same. That's why I'm saying it's black and white. That's the flip side. If all it takes is one hook where Nico doesn't press W and the lane's over, it goes both ways.
I see.
So, which means that's the lane you should put the most attention to if it's so volatile. That's what volatile means, right? On both sides.
Makes sense.
6 stacks. Nice. Yeah, like this lane is not real to like put your attention to. As much as bot, right? Different bot matchup does, of course, I agree. Where top with Ignite probably want to play around that lane if bot is like handshaking, right?
Yeah.
So now you're coming. This is where you don't want to come to the lane, where it's over already. Like in this state, he needs to recall, and you just need to pick up the farm, right? This is worst case scenario right here.
The game's already over.
Yeah, you're pathing to top again. Should be looking for ways to cross back down. There we go. There we go. But Samira's... Okay. This is what I mean by the volatility, right?
Yeah.
They're either dying or their enemy team's dying. Enemy bot dying. How did this game go to
Like,
29 minutes? Crazy.
But that means like, okay, let's say I'm pathing down towards them, right? And suddenly, right before I get there, Samira gets hit with an E. Like, I'm screwed. I'll be in the same situation.
That's why I don't like playing with Katarina, for example, or another champ, because that's the same. It's like the same idea as Samira, right? Mirror either wins lane or loses lane, which highly impacts the game, right?
So in this game, would you like super sacrifice camps to like make sure they win the game?
Yeah, if I had a level 2 angle, like 2 camp angle, to gank bot as Blitzcrank hits 2, I would.
Okay.
But I wouldn't sacrifice like the balancing act, right? Efficiency and position on the map. Both are valuable. But how you juggle that is how that shows your skill level as a player or as a jungler. Like there, for example, here, let's see if you could have level 2 ganks. As Blitzcrank hit level 2. No, you probably can't because the wave's still in a well, Blitzcrank's only hit 2 here, right? The
Yeah.
wave's gonna
Samira already
go
got hit
to.
by an EQ. Even if
Yeah.
I went, I think it's still probably losing.
No, come on. Dude, Blitzcrank's level 2 and they're on the they're trying to poke on the tower. That's not legal. Dude, they almost so killed it. Like look at the screen. They literally one auto off outplaying. This guy gets triumph. He probably still dies, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Not killable, he says.
All I have to do is flash. And then I lose my entire top side.
You don't though. You should auto path the other way. Does that make sense?
Okay. What do you mean by auto path the other way?
Basically, like he can't make the decision to go to your jungle as soon as he sees you go bot because he's already should be in his bot side. His clears too fast.
Yeah.
You're just coping right now, man. I'm just trying to talk you out of this the cope.
I wish I could just experience. I wish I could just play the moment out like real time as like you describe it.
Don't worry, just imagine you're here right now, and then do it, and then Ezreal's 10%. You just auto him. That's it. Alright, do you want to look at any timestamps here?
No, that's good. So, actually, one question. What's like the percentage of games where I should be late invading?
No, it's
Like,
whether you can or
I
you
mean, that's
can't.
like it's a dumb question, but like let's say I give you 100 games. How many games do you think a Graves player late invaded?
The Graves player?
Yeah, yeah, playing Graves. Like
Probably very
in
few.
100 games.
Like
Okay.
probably 20%, 10%.
Holy.
Will that depend on region?
Yeah. In Korea and Europe, they care a lot more about position, right? Like, because late invading doesn't necessarily give you a jungle lead. It's just where you are on the map. Obviously in NA, it's going to be way less because I feel people in NA and OS are just way less aggressive. It's not because junglers have less testosterone or something. It's more like laners also play more safe, right? Like less trading, so there's less need to be in a position on the map.
Okay.
But yeah, you should still invade when you think you should. I'm just gonna roast you if you can't, right? So
Yeah.
it's just experience.
Okay.